Hi, I'm Trina, and today we're going to look at this 2022 BMW X6M competition package, and we're going to look at just why this car is so special. We're starting at the front of our vehicle. One thing I noticed right away, which I thought was super unique, is normally with a hood, when you pop your hood, it's just kind of a straight line. This really kind of follows that iconic grille here. So if you see, it kind of tails off to the side. Like, that's one of those things that it's not cheap to do that, and it wasn't necessary, but it's just gonna complement that styling. This is a fully loaded SUV, so you're gonna have all your tech. So you have your camera here. This does have a 360 camera as well. So right here, we do have some vents. We do have a little bit of a skirt. I'm sure that's gonna help with some downforce. So we once more have all these vents here for cooling. So something that I was just told about these headlights, so it does have the iconic angel eye, the BMW angel eye light. See this little blue in here? I was just told that that's gonna cost you about $12,000. So interesting thing, maybe comment below exactly what that does for us. We'd love to hear it. I'm gonna admit I'm not exactly sure why it's there, so maybe help me out here. Now, being that this is a 2022, you're gonna start to see some changes here based on other vehicles that we've reviewed. So again, the grille hasn't gotten too big on this, but we have this gorgeous kind of piano black, matte black, whatever you wanna call it. It's also at the bottom here, and it's gonna come around the side. It's gonna tie us into our side mirrors, all the casing throughout. There is a little bit of a skirt down here, more of that matte black. And again, we're always gonna be told what our vehicle is. I do like that BMW does this. Their series, there's so many cars, right? There's so many trims. So once more, we have our X6 with the M package. With our tires, this is a 21 in the front and a 22 in the back. So I always love when an SUV has staggered wheels. Kind of just tells you without telling you that it's going to be a high performance vehicle. Now, this vehicle also comes equipped with the M compound brake and this massive caliper back there. It's about the size of my forearm, and it's in that gorgeous red. We have this kind of army gray. Everything's just working so good for this. So now that we're at the side of this vehicle, this actually kind of totally caught my attention earlier with filming. So every vehicle is going to have aerodynamics, but it's always really interesting to see how far they'll go with their side mirrors. There's literally this like kind of gap here. So if we come around, it's all in matte black, it's perfect, but that's gonna help with the aerodynamics of this car. It is a full-size SUV, it goes super fast, and we'll get to those stats in just a moment. All this is gonna tie together. Once more, we have 22-inch rims in the back here. I'm a big fan of cars that have that fat back, and this one really does it, it's so massive. It's mean, this is a mean SUV. So you have these ginormous tail lights, these LED tail lights. So in the back, we do have a quad exhaust. So this is gonna have the M exhaust system. And it's also gonna have the M suspension. And this is just, you can't see it unless you're here. So come see this car, but it is absolutely just, it's really just kind of aggressive. And I really like that about it. It does have this little spoiler. I actually think it works totally fine with this car. And once more, we will be reminded that this is an X6M competition package. Now, looking in the back of our X6, there is tremendous amount of space. You have your 30-70 split, so you can have one passenger or two in the back and fold the other seat accordingly. So there's tons of space here. We do have a privacy shelf. These are always so funny because they never really work that great. Most people take them out, but they do come with the car, so no one sees your stuff. It kind of has like a coupe vibe. We were kind of discussing this car is so long. It's a full-size SUV, but just how the aerodynamics work so well. You really don't know it's that big until you get on top of it, but it might be the most perfect BMW I've seen. I can't really find words for it. So anybody that drives these, purchases these, or is looking into these will know what I'm talking about. In person, the videos are probably not gonna do justice. It is a really nice car. So of course, we're gonna have our power close here and then, standard speed. And just to notice here, we do have that nice matte black throughout as well. So once more, you're gonna see that kind of sprinkled throughout the SUV. Once more, just tying it all together. Under the hood, we're gonna have a 4.4 liter twin turbo engine. It's a V8 and it's gonna pump out 17 horsepower. That is very fast. Now keep in mind, the car does weigh around 5,400 pounds, so it is big, but it's also fast. Now that we're inside of the X6, one thing that I noticed right away is this ambient lighting. I do believe that BMW might do this the best out of every brand. It's super inviting. I love that you can change it. This, I was very impressed by. I saw this as I was walking up to the vehicle. So in case people forgot that you're driving the X6, you can literally see it from the road. I thought it was a nice touch. These seats are quite comfortable. They're almost like a bucket seat, a sports seat, because you do have the lips here. I'm currently getting a massage. It's quite nice. So these are going to be heated, cooled, and of course your massaging seats. We have this massive dash, but it's not too busy. We do have carbon fiber throughout. We have this nice diamond stitch here. You know, you have our handles here to get in and out of the car. It is super inviting. I don't feel like anything is out of place. Sometimes with BMW, they're a little flashy. And that's fine, that's totally cool. However, I don't think anything in here is out of place. It's not trying to be anything other than what it is. We have all of this carbon fiber throughout. We have this nice red. So I'm a big fan of this red. It's not too bright. It's gonna last for years and it's still gonna be relevant. Of course, we have our dash here. This does have wireless charging capabilities. It does have Apple and Android CarPlay. It has all the safety senses that BMW will give you, like your lane departure, lane keep assist, pre-collision system, park assist, blind spot monitoring, everything and anything is going to be. And you can also get the BMW app with this vehicle. Looking at our steering wheel, it's kind of bulky. I don't hate it. We do have our M. Once more with our M series, you're gonna have that nice subtle stitch throughout. I actually really like the steering wheel. It feels a little old and I don't know how to better explain that other than it looks like a traditional older steering wheel. It doesn't feel fake. It's like a real leather. It does feel like it's gonna go for a very long time. You have your M buttons, of course. This is where all your safety senses are gonna be, as well as your Bluetooth capabilities. We have this gorgeous dash right here that's telling us the trunk is still open, and we will fix that in just a moment. Now, this vehicle is a high performance vehicle, and we're gonna make sure that we test the exhaust note for you guys and just hear how loud it sounds. So we're in the back of our X6, and I was a little surprised by this. It's not as roomy as you would suspect. You know, maybe it's forgiven because you have more storage space or whatever. This was just driven by a gentleman that's probably like just under 6 feet, and I'm not very tall and I'm wearing heels today, but my feet are really tucked under there. So just FYI, don't put the tall people in the back. You know, I would be fine for hours. Like, I'm not complaining that it's not comfortable. It is just a little tight. However, I will have heated seats back here. I have my own climate control options. I have this, you know, privacy screen in case, like, you know, I don't want anybody to see me or the sun is too hot. But once more, just the attention to detail on the interior of this vehicle is super inviting. You have that diamond stitch once more. So they really nailed the design on the head with this vehicle. And again, you have more ambient lighting back here for your guests and of course, more carbon fiber. Now that we're in the driver's seat, another thing I like is that the heated steering wheel is just right here. So once more, they're not burying it. You know, you have some options here for your headlights. You have some of your safety technology here. So once more, really, and you have your M buttons and your paddle shifters just at your fingertips. Once more, this does have the M series competition exhaust. So we have turned that on and now we're gonna test what it sounds like. So if you're interested in a massive SUV that goes 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds, visit TorontoAutobrokers.com. And if you've liked our video, please comment, like, and subscribe.